following show is a paid program.
Family, how are you doing? I'm so excited you're here on today. We are celebrating Black Music 360 Series 2020 of this week. If you've already seen it, we've already had some great people, the Whispers, Cecily, and today we have gospel recording artist and songwriter Angela Bennett. She is a singer. She's also a host of the Angela Bennett Show, and I love it on Saturdays at 9. Hey, lady, how you doing?
I am excellent, Cam. How are you doing?
I am so glad you are here. You are the first gospel recording artist on today. I love it. Love it.
I am so excited and very grateful and thankful that you have me on your show. It is definitely an honor to be on here.
Oh, it's an honor. Trust me to have you. I look at your show on Saturdays, and my God, you have one of the best shows. And let's talk a little bit about that. But before we do that, how did we get here? How did you even get into gospel? How did you start?
Well, first of all, Cam, you do know that my mother, the late Carol Allen Simmons, who sang the song Worthy Vessel, she was a gospel artist. And then her mother sang and her father sang. So her father was my pastor. And then I have an aunt who she writes, she sings. And one of the songs that I sang for years was I'm Encouraged. So from, I guess, age 5, my mother used to stand me up and have me sing. So I have been singing all of my life. And I won't tell my age because you'll know just how long I've been singing.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
And of course, I have to make sure that I give credit to the late Shirley Joyner and Carl Preacher and Brenda Waters because I sang in Southeast Inspirational Choir for over 30 years. And so a lot of my singing came from being in the choir as well.
Sounds good. So that means you're 35. We just added that up. 35.
Okay, good. That sounds good to me. I think that'll work.
You think that'll work? I love it.
That will work. Yeah.
I love that part. Oh my God. As a gospel singer, and many people always talk about rhythm and blues, R&B, and they talk about jazz and other genres. But gospel in itself, most people that I've talked to, even all this week, many have started in the church. They started in the church,
Absolutely. And gospel music, I'm not against I'm not against rhythm and blues. I'm not against secular. I'm not against any of the music. But it's just something about gospel. It's like the good news, know? And when you feel a certain way or when you're going through some things, you can always put on just a good gospel song and it will help you to feel just a little bit better.
Let's listen to one of your gospel songs. Let's listen to a video. Let's do a little video and let's listen to the first one. This is you singing just a few years ago. This is you singing.
Master, the tempest is raging. carest thou not that we perish? How canst thou lie? Actually, it seems like each moment so barely is threatening. How great angry deep.
Family, I wanted you just to hear just a little bit about this lady. I'm telling you, when she sings, trust me, you feel it.
Well, I thank God for that. I thank God. Peace Be Still is such a
Yes.
heartfelt song, especially during this time,
Yes.
with people going through all that they're going through and dealing with different things. You just need to know that God has already spoken peace.
Yes.
Peace in your life, peace in your home, peace in your family,
Yes.
peace with whatever you're going through. So I'm just grateful to be able to give the good news of what God has already done for us.
Right. I love that song by you, I tell you. And as you said, with COVID, you have a show
Yeah,
too. And many
yeah,
people, people have passed away. People have been in the
absolutely.
hospital and they have not been able to be with family members. They're having to leave them out, when they get to the emergency room, they can't even go
Right,
back with them or go
right.
anywhere with them to the room. And, as far as us being African American, we bring our whole family, to the
Oh, you
room.
can't get in, you cannot get in the room. And so, I absolutely know
Yeah.
how people are feeling at this
Yes.
time. I remember my sister, she took very ill years ago.
Yeah.
And as far as they would let me go, is just to get her in the emergency room, well, the
Yes.
ICU area. And then they
Yes.
told me that you can't go any
Yeah.
further.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
oh my God, that feeling of not being able to be there, because
Yes.
we always feel like I need to be there to see
Exactly.
what's
See what's
happening. I need
happening.
to
Right. Yeah.
see, not that
Yeah.
I can necessarily do what the doctors are doing, but I need to see.
Exactly.
So, but that's when you just have to turn it all over to the Lord
Yeah.
and let Him handle it. And I tell you, He does a very good job.
Yes, and also we want to reiterate just to some of the people that where they're passed away, they haven't been able to go to funerals. We going to the funeral. We got to go
Right.
to all of it. We traveling.
You know how it is, honey. We will hold a funeral out for almost 2, 3 weeks, waiting on
Exactly.
all of the family.
Exactly.
All of us in. Aunt Betsy is coming in,
She is.
so and they driving, so they everybody couldn't get a flight, so they
Exactly.
driving. They
Exactly.
driving in. So, and we wait.
We
We
wait.
wait on this.
We do wait
So
on them.
now
So,
it is a different story
yeah.
now. It's a different story. But like I said, God is in full control. He's in full control of this.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about your show. I love it. The
Okay.
platform
Okay.
of it and everything that's happening with it. And how did it get started?
Well, first and foremost, allow me to say that the corporate office of GOD Radio 1 is out of San Diego, California.
Yes.
And I was offered the opportunity by Dr. Leonard Thompson and his beautiful, lovely wife, Evangel Thompson, who are saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled couple that just love the Lord. And we met. They came to the Texas Alliance conference here in Houston when I had it the first year. And we began to talk and share about some things, and they offered me the platform. They offered it to me, and it took me about a year to really make sure that this is what I should be doing and when I would do it and all of that. And praying and asking God to give me the team to work with. And so, needless to say, we did our first show January the 18th um, of 2020. And the Lord blessed me with Harold J. Trotter, as I stated earlier, and with Michael David Harrison. And of course, we all know
Oh,
her,
yeah.
your Christian diva,
Yes,
Sheree Young.
exactly. Love her, love her, love her.
They are a hilarious team.
Yes,
And
they
if
are.
you listen to them, if you want to get up in the mornings and you want to laugh, they just tune in to the Angela Bennett Show on godradio1.com. They will have you in stitches. Sometimes I just have to say, stop. Just stop. Don't say anything else. Don't do anything else. But most of all, this is a platform for the Lord,
Yeah.
and we do let the world know that Jesus saves, and that we are glad that He is in our lives. But we also have a little fun. We play great music. It is the show for the independent artist.
Yes.
Those of you that have new music and you're looking for a radio platform, we will play your music. We will highlight you as an artist on the Angela Bennett Show.
We
And
sure
right
do.
now it's from 9 a.m. until 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, but we are going to 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. Central Standard Time.
I love it. I love
So,
it. And she is so true when she says they highlight independent artists, they want independent artists, and they celebrate independent artists.
absolutely.
They really help
Absolutely.
them out, and really always, every Saturday. I'm telling you, it's funny. There was one entanglement you all spoke about.
Oh my goodness, we talked about that entanglement, and I tell you, the audience was just, they were even on Facebook talking about, oh, yes, yes, texting me and all of that.
Exactly.
So, we like I said, we're a gospel show, but we talk a little bit about everything. We
Yes.
actually deal with a little politics as well.
Yes.
We talked about when Kanye West was going to run for president, and
Yes.
then we deal with mental health and all of that, and
Right.
we talk about health and wellness, all of those good things. We'll give you a
Right.
little bit of all of that in the show.
Right, right, right. I know the two of us were talking just a little bit earlier that we had to mention on both platforms, mine and yours, about voting. We've got to talk about voting,
Absolutely.
especially now. I mean, Biden and Harris have gotten together, and we've got to start talking about getting people out to vote.
Absolutely. Listen, first of all, allow me to say I am so proud that he has chosen Kamala Harris. And but I will say to the people, let nothing stop you
Yes,
from voting this year.
yes,
Let
yes.
nothing stop you. I believe early voting starts in October, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have the dates in front of me.
Right.
But we will be every Saturday morning on the Angela Bennett Show, we will be
Yes.
discussing voting and getting out there. And I'm going to try to connect with some people that will be helping people to register
Yes.
and making sure that you know where to go, how to vote, all of those good things, because
Right.
this is important, and we can make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can make it happen, just like we pulled together and brought in President Barack Obama. We
Yes.
can do the same for Biden. So
Absolutely.
I want to encourage everyone, please don't just let this time and opportunity pass you by. This is history again.
Yes, it
This is
is.
history
This is
again. It
history.
really is.
Yeah.
And I am so proud. I am so proud that we are finally just making, they're small steps, but we're making steps to try to move forward.
Absolutely. A woman vice president,
Ah,
a
isn't that
woman,
something?
an African American
Who would
woman, but a
ever
woman.
think a woman, and in our lifetime, we will
Yes.
be able to say, we will be able to share this with our children and our
Yes.
grandchildren. all of that. Well, first of all, that we had an African American president,
President,
so we'll
yes.
be able to say that, and now we'll be able to say that we have had a African American VP. So I'm
Wow.
extremely proud. Yep, extremely proud. So people, like I said, let nothing stop you. I've
Yes.
heard some people say that they are not going to vote.
Yes.
I don't think that that's the wisest thing that you can do,
Hmm.
because when you don't vote, you give over to the other side, or you give over to
Right.
something else. So, and then, for what our ancestors went
Yes.
through to even allow us to be able to get out and vote,
Right.
respect them. If you don't
Hmm.
respect anything else, or if you don't trust anyone else, just respect what they went through so we could have this opportunity.
Right, absolutely. I love what you're saying about that. We have
Mm-hmm.
got to make this intentional. We have got to
Absolutely.
be intentional about voting. We've got to be
Absolutely.
intentional about registering to vote. And even if we have friends and family members or so, they need to be
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
intentional about voting. If they don't want to
Absolutely.
vote for Biden and Harris, vote on someone.
Vote.
Vote.
Vote. Don't just let your opportunity to go
Yes,
to waste.
that's your
I,
right.
I Yeah, yeah, you're right. I was reminded
Yeah.
of the young man, and I can't think of his name right now,
Hmm.
who got up early in the morning years ago to vote, and he was so proud
Yes.
that he was going to be able to vote, and he walked from
Yes.
precinct to precinct to try and get his vote in.
Yes.
And they gave him a hard time, and he was never able to really get the vote in.
Hmm.
But he said, you know what? I didn't get to do it this year. And this was back, these are our ancestors that were fighting,
Yes.
trying.
Hmm.
And he was hurt, but he said, I'm going to try again next year. And he
Yes.
said, I'll keep trying until we get the opportunity to be able to vote. So
Wow.
when you hear stories like that, and when you think of everything that they've gone through for us, it's just not fair to
Yes.
just disregard this time.
Yes.
We have cars, we have buses, we have
Hmm.
Uber, we have everything you need to get you
Right.
to your precinct to vote. So
Absolutely.
don't use any excuse.
Absolutely.
There are none. There are none.
Hmm.
There
And
are
when
none.
I hear people say my vote doesn't count,
Huh, please,
my
please,
vote doesn't
how
count.
dare you? You
Right.
know how dare you say that? That just doesn't even make sense. It
Yes.
doesn't make sense. And I tell you, the last 4 years have been, it's been a little tough.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So if we can just think about what we've been through,
Right.
allow that to help you to get out and vote.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
The other thing we want to reiterate is COVID. COVID and the coronavirus,
Uh,
the pandemic right now. Just the fact
yeah,
that people are still not wearing masks. They're still not
you know
covering
what?
up.
You know what, Cam? In my car, you would think that I have a little store. I have I have wipes, I have masks, I have alcohol, just everything. I'm just like, I'm trying my best to be careful. I have every kind of mask that you can name, and I just make sure each time that I use them. And listen, I have washed my hands so much until I don't use lotion no more to oil them up. I use Vaseline to keep them on. They are just chapped. But I want to say to the people, we never saw this coming. We, we
No.
we didn't see it coming. And I know it's frustrating, and I know that it's hard because we've lost a lot of people.
Yes.
The numbers are high.
Yes.
But we need to take this serious, for one thing, and to do all that we can to just be safe.
Mm-hmm.
And I know everybody doesn't like to wear a mask, and I
Mm-hmm.
know everybody just gets frustrated with all that we have to do. But we want to be here for each other, and we want to be here with our family. So let's just take it a little bit further and put everything that you need, like I do, in your car. Get your gloves, get your mask,
Mm-hmm.
get your wipes, and just be safe.
Sounds good. We're going to take a break right there, and we'll be right back with Angela Bennett.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. For a limited time, get $16,000 off all in-stock Cadillac 2019 XT5 crossovers and $19,000 off all in-stock 2019 CT6 sedans. Or experience the first ever 2020 Cadillac XT6 Premium Luxury Collection. Only $519 with $1 down for 39 months lease. Or purchase and receive 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service, striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. Drive the new 2020 Cadillac XT4, only $399 a month, or the new 2020 XT5, only $429 a month, both for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase the XT4 or XT5 and enjoy 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, Attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call Attorney Willie Powles.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey, family, we are back with Angela Bennett. Hey, lady.
Hey there.
Hey, we were just talking about a lot about the COVID. We were talking about voting.
Yes.
We were talking about a lot of things. You being a
Yes.
gospel artist, my friend, what would we say to local gospel artists that maybe are trying to go mainstream? A lot of them have asked that question.
You
How-
know what?
Mhm.
I always hear people say that they're trying to go mainstream or that
Yes.
they're trying to, they call it make it and all of that. But you know what I say? Just be genuine
Yes.
and be true to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And God knows when it's time for us to take another step in another direction
Yes.
and move to what we feel is mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that He will move us before our time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so that means that you don't have to do anything extraordinary or out of place to try to get, because people do certain things to get to certain places.
Right.
But just be who you are. Just because some of us are supposed to just be praise and worship singers, choir members, singers, or to sing at the local churches and all of that. It may not be your calling to necessarily be a Yolanda Adams, who is my dear sister, and I love her,
Yes.
and to sing and to do all the things that she does.
Yes.
But she can handle that level.
Right.
She can handle that. And so you have to be able to handle where all of these different things that we're striving to do.
Yes.
So I just say be true to yourself, be genuine. And as I heard, I can't think of his name, say just whoever you are on stage, be that person when you get off stage.
I love that. I love that.
Be the
That's the
same.
truth. Be the same.
Yeah.
Be the same person.
Yeah, we have a tendency, like when we're per se doing, like you're doing your show right now, you're wonderful and you're friendly and you're kind. And then when you leave from back there, you're someone else. And we're like, who is that? So,
Right.
just be who you are.
Be who you are.
And don't change.
I love that. I love that. Let's listen to another video of my friend.
You are making me so nervous.
No, not at all.
Yes.
They're beautiful. Okay. No, not at all. Not at all. Let's listen to another video.
clouds of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the day, are also on faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really singing, I love you.
See?
Well, I guess it wasn't too bad. You know, that song,
Yes.
I did that when I was living in Japan.
Yes.
And I was working for Universal Studios. And my brother Mark Simmons and Chris Walker, they got together and arranged the song. My brother Mark Simmons, who played for Al Jarreau
Yes.
until he passed, he produced the song. And so, wow, that was done a long time ago, Cam. But
You just brushed over that you work for Universal Studios. That's what we want to go back to.
oh yeah, I lived in Osaka, Japan for 2 years.
Yes.
And I worked for Universal Studios. They were doing the show, The Blues Brothers.
Yes.
And they needed an Aretha Franklin for one of their shows.
Yes. Yes.
And so they heard me sing and brought me up. And I lived there for 2 years. And oh boy, what an experience. I think I fell off a bike every day. Every single day. But it was a great experience. Though.
Yes.
Yeah, I lived there for 2 years.
How does that happen that they hear your voice? What happens there?
Well, you know what? I had a friend. We used to travel together and do plays.
Yes.
And excuse me, my voice is doing something. And we were on the road together. We did a play together, and we became very good friends. And her name is Keisha Ely. She was one of the Kurt Carr singers.
Yes.
And she heard me sing. And she was living in Osaka, Japan, working for Universal Studios. And they kept saying, we can't find anybody to do this Aretha music. And she was like, oh, I have the perfect person.
Right.
And so they asked me to sing Respect. I sang it and sent it to them. And they said, okay.
That's it. How
that's
do you
what
up
happened.
and just move?
Listen, wasn't that something? Wasn't it? As I mentioned to you earlier about my mentor, my sister, my god sister, Gwen Ray. I was actually living in Chicago. And we were talking about it, and you know, she's always kind of like a risky person herself.
Yeah.
And she was like, yes, do it. I think you should do it.
Yes.
And I said, okay. And that's exactly what I did. But you know what? You can do that when you're single, you don't have a husband, and you don't have children. So I didn't have none of those.
You didn't have none of those then.
I didn't have any of those. So I got on a plane and I went to Osaka, Japan for 2 years.
Wow. Just to live abroad like that. Yes, just to live abroad, just to have that knowledge, just to be able to live across the, to live across the world like that. Just the knowledge, because we don't have those opportunities all the time.
It was a great experience. You know, I spoke a little bit of the language. Don't ask me now. I can't speak nothing now. But I spoke a little bit of the language. I got to learn their culture a little bit and found out how dedicated that they are to whatever they're doing. You know, they're very committed. They have structure to everything that they do. A lot of order.
Right.
And a lot of discipline.
Yes.
And it was just very good to have that experience and to work with them. So, you know, people ask me, would I go back? I would go back, but not for 2 years, you know, maybe a couple of weeks.
But not for 2 years.
Not for 2 years.
Not for 2 years.
No. But one thing, I don't know if I can do the bike thing all over again. You know, I was riding bikes up and down the hill. You have to ride the bike to the grocery store. And, you know, when you purchase it, you know, they don't shop like we do over there.
Right.
You know, they put their groceries in a little basket on the bike.
Now, you know we can't have baskets on the bike. I mean,
this is what I'm saying. You know, we buy enough groceries for the whole month and we don't go back.
Right.
But, you know, they go to the store every day because they buy fresh.
Yes.
Know?
Oh, okay.
And so, boy, you should
every
have
day.
seen me. Yeah, every day. But, you know, when you work all day,
yes,
you don't, I mean, me.
Yes.
I don't want to go every day.
Yes.
I don't mind going, but every day?
Every day. On a bike.
Boy,
first of all, we're not going on a bike anywhere.
Listen, when I landed in Osaka, Japan, and they gave me keys, they gave me the keys to my apartment.
Yes.
And then they gave me keys. They said, your transportation. And I was like, oh, we get cars here? Why is this key so small?
Right. And they showed you that bike.
Listen, I think the first 3 months, I didn't even get on that bike. Everybody was getting on the bike. Everybody was, you know, riding. They were like, Angela, are you going to ride your bike? No. I rode a cab to work every day.
Every day.
And then finally someone said, join the rest of us. Become a part of what you're doing here. Enjoy the culture. I got on the bike.
Yes. And how far is that from where you are to where you're going on this bike? You know, because they travel on the bike.
Well, what you would do was you would ride the bike to the, I forgot what they call it, to the waters. And you would put your bike on the boat.
Oh, okay.
So you would ride to the boat.
Okay.
So the riding there was like, I want to say maybe 4 miles to the boat.
Right.
And then you would put your bike on the boat, I'm sorry. And then after you put your bike on the boat, you'd ride across the waters over to Universal Studios.
Okay.
And then get off the boat with your bike. Listen at all of this. Lord have mercy. And then you would have to ride your bike up this hill. That's what my fight was. I was just, by the time I got to work, the first day I think I was mad. I was just mad. I didn't want to sing. I was like, whatever.
Right.
Whatever. But finally, you know, you become a part of it. You make great friends.
Yes.
And you start to enjoy, you know, the outdoors, and you enjoy Universal Studios, because they had what they called the American Walk, I think, where all of the American restaurants were at Universal Studios. So we would do our shows, and then we would go have lunch.
Yes.
And then those of us that were on our bikes would ride our bikes back to the boat.
Right.
And then get off the boat. But after you do it so long, you just get used to it.
Okay.
It's
a part of the culture. That's just what everybody else is doing.
It's just, I mean, you would see people, if it's raining outside, and I'm serious, they would be on their bike with an umbrella in one hand and riding with the other.
Wow.
And I was like, you know what, this is amazing. This is amazing.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't think I could do it now.
Right.
I don't think I could do it now. I don't mind going, but I would definitely be in the cab.
You definitely be in the cab. That wouldn't work.
Absolutely. It just wouldn't work right now. I couldn't do it, Cam.
Yeah, I know. What's going forward for, you said for your show, you're going to change it to 2 hours. Any other changes you're
Absolutely.
thinking about?
I'm gonna do just a little bit more music.
Yes,
Actually, I told you about Harold J. Trotter,
yes.
and he has a phenomenal production that he does called The Messiah of Oz. And he wrote a song called Born to Win. And that's one of the songs on his soundtrack. So that
Right.
will be coming out soon. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
And then Michael David Harrison, who is a writer now as well. He has music coming out. I'll be doing a song on his project as well.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
So, you know, just a little work. That's all I can say.
Just a little
Just a little
work.
work.
Just a little work. Just a little
Just
work.
a little work.
Just a little work.
Trying to stay. You know what, Cam? I'm trying to be like you.
Well, that's a lot of, trust me, it's a lot of work when you don't know what you're doing. So it's a lot of work.
You know, I'm trying to be like you and
That's
just stay
too
busy
funny.
and keep it going. That's all I can say.
I know. I love the gospel music. I do. I
Yes.
love gospel music. And like I said, so many of us have been brought up through gospel music. And just
Right.
going forth about gospel music, I know you were speaking to people about how it really resonates and help you along the way through that and going forward. And a lot of people, even if they're trying to get into music, what do you think they should do? You know, they're in the choir, but they know there may be a purpose more to what they're supposed to be doing. And I know you've
You know
done
what?
tracks and things like that before.
It's always good when you're trying to do more, is
Yes.
get a good mentor.
Yes.
Get you a good mentor. And
Yes.
if it's, I would say, of course, I belong to Windsor Village United Methodist Church, where Pastor Kirby John is my pastor. And let me say, I love my church. Let me just throw that out there. But Kathy Taylor
Yes.
was a phenomenal mentor to people that she knew wanted to be singers
Yes.
or wanted to strive to get out there. What I always say is it is just good to start in church.
Yeah.
Because when you start in church, you start singing in the choir, you start learning parts, you start learning how to blend,
Yes.
you start learning what sounds good, what doesn't sound good, what fits your voice, what voice you are. Am I alto, soprano, or tenor? You know, what
Right.
am I? It's a lot to singing besides just standing up there, you know,
Right.
doing a bunch of runs and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot to it. But I always say get you a good mentor, someone that has been doing this for a while and has your best interest at heart.
Absolutely.
One thing I can truly say about those that were in the gospel music that mentored me, which was my mom, and I must say my Aunt Myra Banks,
Yes.
who is a writer and taught me in my church choir.
Right.
All of those people had my best interest at heart, knew what worked and knew what didn't work, and they
Right.
trained me well.
I love it. Let's take a break right there, and we'll be right back with Angela Bennett.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. Drive the new 2020 Cadillac XT4, only $399 a month, or the new 2020 XT5, only $429 a month, both for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase the XT4 or XT5 and enjoy 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, Attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call Attorney Willie Powles.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. For a limited time, get $16,000 off all in-stock Cadillac 2019 XT5 crossovers and $19,000 off all in-stock 2019 CT6 sedans. Or experience the first ever 2020 Cadillac XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, only $519 with $1 down for 39 months lease. Or purchase and receive 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey, family, thank you for coming back. We're here with Angela Bennett. Hey, lady.
Hey there.
Hey, we've been talking about a lot of stuff. Man, a whole lot of things.
Cam, you have all my business now.
I've got all of it.
All my business. I don't think nothing is left to tell. You have it all. You show videos, all that good stuff. I mean, which is what we do when we interview and we get all the business.
We get all the business. But it's great business. You have been really helping people. I was just looking a minute ago. People said you have been so helpful in just understanding gospel. There was a question that was asked about contracts and things like that. Many of people have gotten into singing, and they know how to sing. They know the showmanship of it, but they don't know the business side.
Yeah.
And they're just signing.
You know what? Yeah. Now, I always say, and let me put this out here.
Yes.
I'm the president of the Houston Alliance Gospel Music Professionals
Right.
here in Houston. Mm-hmm. And one thing that we do have are lawyers.
Yes.
And the main thing that we talk about is when you are signing with someone or you have a contract that is involved, get you a lawyer.
Yes.
Do not try to figure it out yourself, because there is always something hidden that you thought it meant one thing and it's something else.
Yes.
So always, and highlight the always, get you a lawyer. And sometimes it's even good to have more than one lawyer to look at it. Get you an entertainment lawyer, someone who can tell you what this means and all those things, especially when, sometimes they'll give you a 10-page contract.
Yes.
There is so much that's said in those 10 pages. And listen, I know for myself, let me just speak for me. I don't understand all of it.
Yes.
And I am not going to try to understand it, but you want to make sure that you don't mess yourself up.
Right.
If your song goes popular or if it does well and the world is singing and you're not making anything off of it, you're still trying to figure it out, that's not good.
Right.
So always get you a lawyer, even if it's between friends.
Yes.
Even if it's you and another friend that's doing music, make sure you do a contract and make sure that you all understand and get signatures that you can work with, because you never know in this day and time.
You just never know.
Things happen. A movie might want to pick up the song. Just a whole lot of things may happen. get you a lawyer and get you a good one and pay the money, because it's going to be well worth you getting things taken care of in the beginning than to be upset at the end.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the organization too and the benefits of it. Yes. Yes.
Well, listen, the Houston Alliance, of course,
Yes.
is original is through the Gospel Music Workshop of America.
Yes.
And what they did was they created alliances in all different cities for independent artists. And what it does is it helps an artist to, I'll just use anybody that may have just put out a project,
Right.
and you want to know how to get your music on the radio, or
Yes.
you may be in a city and you have done your music and you have CDs and you may need somewhere to sing.
Yes.
So you might be in Dallas. Because you're a part of the Houston Alliance or you're a part of the Alliance, then what the Alliance president does is call the president in Dallas and say, hey, listen, I have an independent artist and they are in Dallas. They're looking for somewhere to sing and maybe get people to support and purchase their music. And what they will do, they may call different churches there and say, hey, we have availability. They're going to be able to sing at Friendship Missionary Baptist Church, and they are going to allow them to sell their product. Well, that blesses the independent artist to be able to first get out there and let people know who they are and minister, and then allow them to make a little money on selling their product. So that's one of the benefits of being a part of an alliance, because they are all over the city and you can connect with them in different ways. And then the next thing is we talk about things of what you just mentioned, contracts and making sure that when you do your project, you have your ISRC code on your music and your barcodes and how to do it. And we are all there. And listen, the Houston Alliance here has all of the artists. Kathy Taylor is a Houston Alliance member. Ernest Pugh is a Houston Alliance member. And those guys will give as much information to you about what you're doing as they can. They will help you as much as they can, should I say, with whatever you need. And like we had our conference last year.
Yes.
So they were able to sing on the platform and people were able to hear their music. And once again, they were able to sell their music again. So there are a lot of benefits to being a Houston Alliance member.
Right. And I'm glad you stated that. What really helps is a lot of people need a place to go, a starting point, somewhere where they need to invest or know where to invest. They may have the money to invest, or maybe, have just a little money, but where do they start? And that's a great way to start, just to even be able to get mentors and other people to help them that have already gone the road,
Yeah, and you know what? Like I said, it is very it's not no big I and little you group, People can come and they can ask as many. When we have our meetings, we haven't had any lately. But when we have our meetings, you can come, you can ask questions. You can get a reference or referral to whatever you need, because we will have people there that will assist you. We don't just get together and drink coffee, laugh, and talk. We get together so you will be able to benefit or get what you need for what you're trying to do.
Right. And what I love about your organization, I've known a lot about it. I've read up on it, and I've known several people in it. And what I love about it is that you all share. In other words, Angela can't be at 5 different churches at the same time, of 5 different, organizations or whatever is needed. You all call each other. Hey, can you be here? They need someone. There's money, they've already offered me an amount, but I can't take it. I'm over here. I already have an obligation. I love that.
Absolutely. And the thing that I love about Houston artists is that we're very supportive to each other.
Yes.
We really, really are. I have never been more proud than I was when we had, I drew a blank, with the Black Lives Matter, the young
Yes.
man that lost
George
his life.
Floyd. George
Floyd,
Floyd.
thank you so
Uh-huh.
much.
Yeah.
And they had the funeral service here,
Yes.
and all of the artists that sang were from Houston.
Yes.
And if I tell you, I received more text about the professionalism, the
Yes.
singing, how
Very
well they
professional.
ministered. Oh, it was
Very
so good. So,
professional.
I always say hands down, I could be kind of selfish, but Houston have some of the best artists in the
They
world.
do. I mean, they do. They do. I
They
mean,
would,
it was for professional quality. Very, just the quality of it. Everything
and
was
just good music,
just good
just
music.
good gospel music,
Good gospel music.
And now, so let me ask this question. I'm just going
Uh-oh.
to flip it a little bit. Do you sing, Cam?
I do not. I can't. Now, in my heart, I can. But when I but my friends say,
I
of
just
course
thought I would
not.
throw that out
Look,
there.
of course he can't. But in my heart, I
Well,
really can.
my mother used to say all the time, everyone can sing.
Okay. I appreciate her.
At church they have the day when they have the men's choir.
Yes.
So you never wanted to be a part of the men's choir on the
I
men's
think
day or anything?
I was part of it, and that's when I found out I couldn't sing. They told me I had to usher. They put me on the usher board. So
Are you kidding? Are
no,
you
I'm
kidding?
serious. I'm serious. They threw me on the usher board. The men's usher, the men with the women, they said, okay, you could do usher. So I think that was supposed to be an indication I couldn't sing.
Oh my goodness! So you just followed their instructions. And
I
you
didn't
went to the
say
usher
anything,
board.
any words. They would just say, you need to usher. You could be a
Oh
deacon,
my
you can
goodness, that
usher.
is so funny,
They even
so
said you
funny.
can minister, but you can't sing.
But you can't sing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. They tried to
this is what
don't
I
give
say.
up.
Don't give up. Just
Don't give
keep
up.
trying.
Don't
Don't
give up.
give
I've
up.
been telling my friends I think I can act, but they keep saying no. No, you can't do that either.
Really?
Yeah, they said
Well, listen, I am telling you, I have to keep throwing his name out here, Mr. Harold J. Trotter.
yes.
He does plays and he has auditions all the time. So you may want to connect with him. He may be able to steer you in the right
Steer me in the
direction.
right
Steer you in the right
direction.
direction.
I love it. I love it. How do people get in touch with you, and where do they find the show?
Listen, they can find the show on godradio1.com. Now, you can either go to the internet and, of course, type in www.godradio1.com, or you can download the free app, and it's free on your phone. That's godradio1.com. And we are on every Saturday morning, faithfully 9 a.m. Central Standard Time until 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And remember, if you are a gospel artist and you're an independent artist, we highlight independent artists all the time. So please send me an email at angelabennettshow.com.
I so appreciate you, lady, for coming on. I'm telling you,
Oh,
this
I
has
thank
been
you for
fun.
having me.
This has been fun.
It really has.
It really,
And I'm really
really.
coming to see you.
Well, come see me. I'm here. I appreciate you
I
so
want to.
much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tomorrow, your friend is coming on, Kathy Taylor, and then V.
I
Michael
know, and
McKay.
she's going to be good.
She
Trust
is.
me.
She is excellent.
She's
She
gonna be,
is excellent.
yeah.
I appreciate you, and God bless.
God bless you too.
Love you. Bye-bye. Hey, guys, you got to
Bye-bye.
see. Bye-bye. You have got to see what's next. Let's look. And bye-bye.